Hello everyone, welcome to Jurisprudence Academy. In this video, we are going to talk about IOCL recruitment via CLAT PG 2019. In the previous video, we have already discussed about ONGC recruitment via CLAT PG 2019. And if you haven't watched the video and you are willing to go into ONGC, you are thinking, are you eligible for ONGC or not? What will be the last date for registration? What will be the registration fees? All those things. Then kindly go and watch that video. The video link is given below in the description. Now, before getting started with IOCL recruitment, in this video, I need to tell you that we are providing subjective answer guide to each and every student. Not only that, we are providing CLAT PG preparation builder program, and kindly go and sign up for it. It's free of cost, and in this preparation builder program, you are going to get the previous year's question paper analysis. If you haven't got the decoding of jurisprudence yet, kindly go and get that book. It's objective book on jurisprudence, and we are also providing the 40 mock test under All India LLM mock cloud series, and also subjective answer guide that we are providing. And if you want to take only hardcopy mock test, that we are providing under CLAT PG mock book, and we are providing the study material 40 mock test and subjective answer guide under CLAT PG crash course that you can avail also. All the links are given below in the description, and if you want to take only recent judgments capsule, that is also there, and IPR course individually. All the links are given below in the description. Kindly go and check it out. Now let's start with IOCL. Now IOCL has been fulfilling the energy needs of the nation for nearly 6 decades. And it is India's largest commercial enterprise and leading Indian company in the Fortune Global 500 listing. Now, if you want to know more about IOCL, kindly go and visit iocl.com to know more about this company profile and a lot of other things. Now let's see what are the two posts that Indian Oil this time are recruiting via CLAT PG 2019. And the first post is law officers in grade B, that is assistant law manager, and the second post is law officer grade A, that is the law officer. First, I'm going to talk about law officers in grade A, that is law officer post. Then I'm going to talk about law officers in grade B, that is assistant law manager post. Both the posts are in some respect the qualification, the age limit, there are some differences on that. Other than that, skills and the experiences, all those things that we need to discuss in little bit, there are differences. So let's start with law officers in grade A. Now basic pay for that particular post is 60,000 per month, and in addition to that basic pay, you are provided with lot of allowances and other amenities under the corporation rule, and the gross valuation of remuneration would be around 17 lakh annum inclusive of performance related pay. This is the basic post details. So let's start with the educational qualification. What do you need to have as educational qualification for this particular post? Now they are saying you need to have at least graduate degree in any discipline and bachelor's degree in law or equivalent and 5 years integrated LLB degree. So both the cases you will be eligible for this particular post. The minimum percentage of marks in bachelor's degree and in LLB is 60% for general and for OBC, and 55% for SC, ST and PWBD. Now in case of any university that your university is providing marks on grade or CGP or DGP or whatever system they are following, you need to produce the certificate regarding how your university is calculating the percentage regarding that. Now let's talk about the age limit. Age limit for this particular post is 30 years for general, and this age limit will be counted as on 30 June 2019, and for OBC 33 years, SC ST it is 35 years, and for PWBD is 40 years, whereas in ONGC age limit was counted till 1st January 2019. Now let's talk about the experience. Now for experience, they have detailed mention about how the experience would be counted, where the experience would be counted, and what is the minimum experience that you need to have for this particular post. Now for this law officer grade A, they are asking for 2 years professional experience, and other than that, the essential experiences they are asking for, like handling litigation matters or arbitration conciliation matters or drafting or handling legal matters pertaining to mergers, acquisition, joint ventures, regulatory matters regarding oil and petrochemical industry, and also industrial and labor laws matters. So all those things they're asking for, that you need to have prior experience. And also when in the later stage, I mean the document verification or interview stage, they are going to check the experience certificate also whether you have dealt in these particular sectors or not. Now they have particularly discussed the experience in legal field, which experience will be counted and which experience will not be counted. They have detailed mentioned in that notification. They have said under 4 category, they are experience in the legal field would be counted for this particular post. First, as a law officer of a PSU or a nationalized bank or a statutory corporation, and the second aspect is as a law officer in a central state government department or undertaking or institution, or as a law officer in a large private sector organization, company of repute of an employee of that company. Now here they have given the definition of large private sector organization also, because they are saying this large private sector organization must be listed on National Stock Exchange or a group A and B of Bombay Stock Exchange, or having more than 500 employees in the last financial year, or having annual turnover more than 250 crore in the last financial year. So all those things, either one of them has to be there to prove that it's a large private sector organization. Now the last but not the least, that is as a lawyer and advocate in a reputed law firm on its role or an executive retainership basis. Now for that regard, they have said which law firm would be counted. The reputed law firm implies a law firm having at least 10 years standing and having at least 25 lawyers or advocates on its roll as on 31st March 2019, and proof has to be submitted regarding that also. So they are quite strict about what are the experience would be counted and what are the experience will not be counted. So we can say they are not so much looking for phrases per se. Now let's talk about law officer grade B post. Now it's an assistant law manager post, and basic pay for this post is 70,000 per month, whereas in the last post, law officer post, it was 60,000 per month. And other than this, basic pay will be provided with the other allowances and amenities as per the corporation rule, and also the gross valuation of remuneration would be 21 lakh per annum inclusive of performance related pay. So that is the difference. Now let's talk about the education qualification for this. Thus it is also the same like the law officer. You need to have at least 60% marks in your graduate degree and your law degree both, or if you belong to integrated 5 years course, then for that also 60% marks is needed for general and OBC category, and for SC/ST it is 55% marks. Now for percentage of marks, that I have already told you that if your university is providing in grade A, B, C or point scale or CGPA, DGPA, then in that regard you need to produce the certificate that how the percentage of marks is calculated in your particular university. Now let's talk about the age limit. Here the age limit is 33 years as on 30 June 2019, and for OBC it's 36 years, and SC/ST is 38 years, and for PWBD 43 years. Now let's talk about the experience. Now here in this law officer grade B post, minimum experience is required 5 years of professional experience, and also they are saying that minimum 6 years would be preferred, and you need to have at least experience on handling litigation matters, arbitration conciliation matters, and various drafting legal documents, handling legal matters pertaining to mergers, acquisition, joint ventures, regulatory matters regarding oil, petrochemical industry, and industrial and labor laws. Other than that, you need to produce the experience certificate as well. Now the experience in legal field is same as the law officers, so I'm not going to tell you again, kindly go and check that. Now let's talk about the desired skill. In both the case, there are certain desired skill they are looking for in people, like they must have experience in oil and gas petrochemical industry. Now this is quite important. You need to have at least, I mean, the statutes or the regulations, how they are following in particularly oil and gas petrochemical industry, that you need to have the know-how, and also the knowledge of all applicable laws like the civil laws, contract laws, company laws, merger acquisition laws, all those things you need to have. Other than this, these skills are required for each and every sector. So like excellent written and verbal communication, exceptional leadership skills, high attention to details, strong negotiation skill, ability to prepare complex legal documents, stay informed about the company activities, and a deep understanding of the business and the industry. So all those things, the first two are the most important, like the knowledge in oil and gas petrochemical industry, and the second is knowledge of all applicable laws, especially the civil laws related to oil and petrochemical industry. Now let's talk about the selection, how you will be selected. For that, you need to have the score of CLAT PG 2019. Then you need to go through the group discussion and group task phase. This phase was not there in ONGC, but here you need to go through the group discussion and group task. Then personal interview is there, and after that all the marks given in the individual phases of score of CLAT PG 2019, group discussion phase and personal interview phase, all the marks will be calculated all together. Then the merit list will be issued. So each and every phase is valuable for you. Now, how you can apply for this particular IOCL notification? For that, you need to submit the CLAT PG 2019 application first, and then you have to wait for the issuance of admit card from the CLAT authority, because the registration for this IOCL hasn't been started yet. After the issuance of admit card, IOCL will open the window of registration in their respective platform, that is IOCL.com. In that platform, in online mode, you are going to apply, and also there is no registration fees. Wherein in ONGC there is registration fees of 370 rupees. Here there is no registration fees, so there's nothing that you need to pay for IOCL. These are the information that we needed to give you regarding IOCL. And also one thing, I hope you people have already started filling up form regarding ONGC, and if you have faced any problem regarding ONGC, kindly mention below, because the last date for ONGC is on 9th April. So if you face any problem, kindly let us know. We'll make on any video on submitting or any kind of problem that you're facing regarding ONGC. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe the channel to stay updated regarding CLAT, LLM, UGC, NET, SET and Judiciary. And don't forget to share this video to your CLAT PG fellow aspirants who are willing to go for PSUs and all. Until next time, thank you. See you soon.